And good Sunday afternoon, everyone. This is John with Pure Adrenaline Sports coming at you today with the Mets and Orioles. They're wrapping up their three-game series. The Orioles have won the first two. Mets trying to get a win to avoid the sweep, but the Mets have lost all 5 games since the trade deadline. So looking to start turning things in the other direction with some of the young talent in the lineup. We'll get into today's lineups, some of the other games that'll be going on at the same time as we are. There is one other game going on right now, and that is the White Sox and Guardians. Big brawl in that one last night, if you didn't see that. The Guardians lead the White Sox today 3-2. That came in the 6th inning. Luis Robert is batting right now for the Guardians. Or, excuse me, for the White Sox, excuse me. Other games getting started at the same time as we are. Of course, the Mets and Orioles here in Camden Yards. Astros and Yankees. Rising Rhino, I believe, is doing that game over on his channel. He's usually hanging out, so he won't be here today. Hey, Wacky Blocks is here saying can't wait for the Mets to lose again. Andrew Jack is here saying hello, Andrew. Welcome back. Wacky Blocks, of course, welcome back as well. The Royals and Phillies wrapping up their series as well. Blue Jays and Red Sox. Thomas, who's usually in the chat and part of our NFL coverage here at Pure Adrenaline, he's live streaming that game today as well. Then the Rays and Tigers, Nationals and Reds. Then a few games at 2 o'clock. We got the Diamondbacks, Twins, Pirates, Brewers. Hey, Ron's here. Ron's our Yankee fan that's always hanging out in our chat. Ron, hopefully you're having a good day. Thank you. Welcome in. Thomas, there he is saying, hey, have a good stream. Mets lose 7-4. I know Thomas, even though he's saying the Mets will lose, Thomas is a Red Sox fan. He'll be rooting for the Mets. Hey, Shady Lane Holmes is here. What's up, buddy? How are you? Great to see you. I know you've been here before. There's Rhino. Let's go PAS. Rhino, have a great stream as well. I believe Rhino is doing the Yankees and Astros game. But then the other 2 o'clock games are Rockies, Cardinals, Braves, Cubs, Marlins, Rangers. 4 o'clock games, Mariners, Angels, Giants, A's, and the nightcap is the Dodgers, Padres. Ron saying, go Mets. Let's go. Let's get a win here to avoid the sweep. And it'll help the Yankees out as well in the process. So I got my normal layout back. I had to change a couple things up. I still got to put the kick information on there. Right now I only have the YouTube information up there. So I got to get the kick and the Rumble information back up on the screen. But working at that. Hopefully we got that figured out. The last 3 or 4 streams using this software, I crashed about an hour into the stream. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully we got that taken care of. Today's pitching matchup is Jose Quintana for the Mets. He's 0-2 on the year with a 3.57 ERA and 3 starts, 17 innings in that span, averaging just over 5.5. Hey, Ron saying Mets all the way. But Quintana has not given up a home run, 5 walks to 10 strikeouts, averaging 5.7 innings per start. Kyle Bradish for the Orioles, 7-6 on the year with a 3.32 ERA and 20 starts on the year, 111 innings, 102 strikeouts in that span. He's given up 12 home runs and averages just over 5.5 innings pitched per start. So couple guys that usually do not go too far into ballpark or in the ball games, less than 6 innings. You wanted your starter to go at least 6 as often as possible. All right, let's get into the Mets lineup for today. Jeff McNeil will lead off. Let me get SNY going here so I can have the game. McNeil leading off, playing left field. Excuse me. Lindor batting second, playing shortstop. Alonso third, and playing first base. DJ Stewart out in right field to bat cleanup. Omar Narvaez behind the plate. Mark Vientos is down at third base with Brett Beatty DHing and batting seventh. Danny Mendick will play second base and bat eighth. And Rafael Ortega back out in center field and batting ninth. Bradish's numbers again: 20 starts on the year, 7-6 record, 3.32 ERA, 111 innings, 96 hits, 28 walks, and 102 strikeouts. So his walk and hit per innings pitch is low, 1.12. Oh, let me cover this up so I don't see the pitch tracker. You guys will have it, so no spoilers in the chat, please. Cover up the tracker on my end so I cannot see it until I actually see the live stream. The Orioles are off to their best start since 1997. They're 69-42 on the year. That's a 6.22 average. They have a 3-game lead over Tampa Bay. Actually, a 4-game lead in the loss column. So 42 losses for Baltimore and 46 for Tampa Bay. Blue Jays over in that division are 7.5 back. The Yankees are 11 back, and the Red Sox in last place right now, 11.5 back. First pitch is high, ball one. McNeil over the last 2 weeks has got the average up to 298 in that span. 1 home run, a couple doubles, a triple as well. And in those 57 at bats, he only has 2 strikeouts. So getting that strikeout number down. The 2-0 is down the middle, 2-1. And it's fouled off the leg. It's 2-2 down. It had actually hit him. It was inside, but it actually hit him. So that's a leadoff runner here for the Mets in the first. McNeil now leads the National League in hit by pitch. So I'll bring up Lindor. Lindor's got that average up to 240, slowly bringing it back up. 22 home runs, 69 runs batted in, has 17 stolen base on the year. Lindor, over the last 2 weeks, is batting .315 with 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in that span. Has mixed in 4 doubles, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts. So another one of the Mets batters starting to get that strikeout total down. The 0-1 outside 101. Here's the 1-1 on the outside corner, 1-2. The 1-2 swung on a miss at a ball in the dirt. That's the first. So as soon as I talk about Lindor, uh, doing better with not striking out. He strikes out. So I'll bring up Alonso, batting 222 on the year with 31 homers, 77 runs batted in. The first pitch is down low, 1-0. Alonso also over the last 2 weeks, 5 home runs, 14 runs batted in, with a 327 batting average. The 1-0. And that one's hit right back up the middle. Westberg grabs it, touches the bag at second, and flips over to first. That'll go down as a 4-4-3 double play. And we go bottom one with no score. For the Orioles, it'll be Rushman, Mountcastle, and Santander. We'll go through the whole line. We'll go through the whole lineup here, but then we'll look at their defense as well. We'll look at the Mets defense. We'll see how Jose Quintana does on the mound today. But once again, welcome in everybody. I'm John, providing you play-by-play coverage here of the Mets Orioles. I'll be doing the Mets Cub series as well this coming week. Friday night, we'll be back to NFL. Some NFL coverage on Friday night, some NFL coverage on next Sunday. So we know it's preseason, but we want to start mixing that in, getting ready for the NFL season and the fantasy football season. So we already got 9 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. It does help push our content out to more people. We got 3 people watching over on the Rumble side. Thank you all so much for stopping by. And no viewers over on the Kick side. But let's look at some of the scores of the games that have just started as well. The game that started at noon today, the Guardians and White Sox. The Guardians lead that game 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Going to the bottom of the 1st in the Bronx, still scoreless there. Top of the 1st in Philadelphia, no score. The Royals have a runner on first and nobody out. Blue Jays, Red Sox, no score, but the Blue Jays do have a runner on first with 2 outs. Brandon says he's got a nice size bet on the O's money line. Brandon, good luck with that bet. O's money line. Nationals already have a 2-0 lead in the top of the 1st against the Reds. Quintana throws a fastball in for a strike. Rushman batting 274 in the year, 14 home runs, 52 runs batted in. Batting 283 over the last couple of weeks with a home run and 10 runs batted in. Change up low, 1-1. The 1-1 from Quintana. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1 is down low, 3-1. The 3-1 to Rushman. He swings. Oh, nice scoop by Lindor at short. Over to first. Got him. Nice play by Lindor. Took a funny hop. So that'll bring up Mountcastle. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Mountcastle, 100 at bats on the year against lefties, batting .350. The 0-1 swung on a miss, 0-2. They check. His first base umpire says he goes. He struck him out. 2 away here to start the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Santander here with 2 out and nobody on. The Royals just took a 1-0 lead over the Phillies in the first inning. Santander batting .257 on the season. First pitch is up high, 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Up high, 2-1. Outfield for the Mets is McNeil in left, Ortega in center, and DJ Stewart in right. The infield, Vientos at third, Lindor at short, Mendick at second, Alonso at first. Outside, 3-1 the count. And Omar Narvaez will be behind the plate. There's a strike, 3-2. With that .257 average, Santander's got 20 home runs, 63 runs batted in. Struggling a little bit at the plate over the last 2 weeks, a 185 average. The 3-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. So good first inning from Quintana. We go to the second. No score. We go to the second. For the Mets, it'll be Stewart, Narvaez, and Vientos. Sister Surround is here. Sister Surround, great to see you again. Good afternoon, all. Usually a Mets fan, but this season it's been fun to watch the O's. Yeah, I agree. O's are probably my second favorite baseball team in baseball. Texas Rangers are probably my third. So the Yankees just took a 1-0 lead over the Astros in the bottom of the first. Let's see what happened there. It looks like that might have been a home run. Gleyber Torres hit a solo shot with 2 outs in the first. Jets looking good at practice. Don't have oh yeah, I don't have HBO for Hard Knocks either. So in the first half of the preseason game, they looked fairly decent. Now none of the starters really played. So I'm not too worried about how they lost that game. Third stringers. Jets had some injury at linebacker and signed a couple guys off the street. So here we go. Stewart will lead it off here in the second against Bradish. and he's been called for a clock violation. Don't complain to the umpire. Your job is to get in the box and get ready to go. On the outside corner, so it's already 0-2. The Royals have a 3-0 lead over the Phillies in the first inning. Bounced in the dirt. They check down at third. No swing. 1-2 the count. Bounced in the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2 is outside. 3-2. So after falling behind 0-2, he's worked the count full. The 3-2 swung on a missed. One away. That'll bring up Omar Narvaez. He's got 53 at bats on the season, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in, 189 average. Ooh, that looked like a strike. Called the ball. 1-0. Ooh, tapped foul. That got a piece of the catcher. McCann's catching today. Well, he's going to get up and walk around for a couple minutes here, trying to shake that off. Mm. So 1-1 to Narvaez. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1. And that one's laced in the left center field, and that'll drop in. So a 1-out single here for the Mets. That'll bring up Mark Vientos. He's got 80 at bats on the year, batting .213 with 2 home runs and 9 runs batted in. Vientos over the last 2 weeks is batting .257. There's a slider in for a strike, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. The 1-1 fouled away, 1-2. Swung on a miss. That's the second strikeout of the inning for Brad. It's just third in the game. 2 outs now for the Mets with a runner on first and Brett Beatty coming up. Up high, 1-0. To 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Beatty in an 0 for 17 slump right now, so trying to break out of that. Up high, 3-0. Bradish walks behind the mound, grabs the rosin bag, steps back up to the rubber. The 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. The 3-1 to Beatty. Down low, ball 4. So I'll put runners on first and second for Danny Mendick. Mendick's 5 for 26 on the season. Hasn't gotten much playing time. It's a 192 average. Over the last 2 weeks, though, batting 263 and 19 at bats. 0 for 2 in this series. And he hits one up the short, and Henderson will take it to the bag himself to the retire of the side. We go bottom second, still scoreless. It'll be Henderson, Westberg, and Urias for the O's. Still looking for their first base runner today. We got 10 likes on the video so far. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. It really does help us push our content out to more people. We got 12 votes in the poll, 25% for the Mets, 67% for the Orioles, and 8% hoping for a good game. Top of the 7th in Cleveland. The Guardians still with a 3-2 lead there, but the White Sox do have runners on first and second with 2 out. Yankees with a 1-0 lead over the Astros in the top of the 2nd, but the Astros have a runner on second and nobody out. Royals up 3-0 over the Phillies, but the Phillies have runners on second and third with 1 out for Nick Castellanos. Blue Jays and Red Sox are scoreless in the 2nd. Rays with a 3-0 lead over the Tigers in the bottom of the 1st. And the Nationals with a 4-0 lead over the Reds. That game in the top of the 2nd. Quintana sets, deals. First pitch is outside. Check this out, everybody. Permanently temporary. I love it. First off, I love that name. The 1-0 is on the outside corner, 1-1. Greetings from Thailand. Huge O's fan, and unfortunately, Wi-Fi is down. This is the only audio or video of the game I can get. Thanks for commentary while I attempt to sleep. 1 p.m. here. And that ball's lifted out to right field. Stewart will come running in. He'll make the catch. 1 away. Well, permanently temporary. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sorry you're having issues over there. But glad you found us. That'll bring up Jordan Westberg, batting .275 on the year, 2 home runs. On the outside corner, 0-1. The 0-1. On the outside corner, 0-2. The 0-2 to Westberg. Tapped foul, still 0-2. The 0-2 to Westberg. And that one's popped out to left field. McNeil, a couple steps to his right. And he'll make the catch, 2 away. First pitch is down low, 1-0. The 1-0. Urias is batting .254 in the year. He's 3 for 8 in this series, though, but 4 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Once again, 2 out, nobody on here. The 1-1. And that one's blooped over second in the shallow right field, and it'll fall in. Stewart comes over, picks it up, keeps him to a single. That'll bring up James McCann. McCann had a big game Friday night against his former club. Went 3 for 3, reached base all 4 times, had 5 RBI in that 10-3 win. McCann on the year is batting .215 with 3 homers and 15 runs batted in. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1 to McCann. Quintana deals. And that one's ripped foul. The 0-2 pickoff throw over to first. Urias back over. The 0-2 up high, 1-2. Bounced in the dirt, 2-2 to count. Runner stays at first. Brian Davis is here. Brian, welcome in. Players always wind up doing well against their former teams. The 2-2 from Quintana. Swung on a miss. Would have been ball 3. But that'll retire the side. We go to the third. Still no score. Permanently said, did Houston just put up a 3 spot? Let me look. I do have the scoreboard rotating there. Yeah, they're winning 3-1 right now. Going to the bottom of the second. Let's see how that works out. Let's see if it was any of my fantasy opponents. In the top of the third, it'll be 9-1-2 for the Mets. That's Ortega, McNeil, and Lindor. Hey, Linda Stark stopping by. Linda, how are you? Just popped in to hit the like button. Yeah, use my words. Have a great stream, Linda. Thank you so much. I do have Rhino's stream up right now as well, playing in the background. Keeping an eye on his game as well. I will definitely be in live stream tonight for the Canadian Football League as well. Rising Rhino, our lead mod here on the channel. He's got his own channel as well, and he's crushing it. Up to 661 subscribers. He's got the Astros and Yankees game right now, and it's 3-1 Astros in this bottom of the second with 1 out. So let's come back over and look at our details here. We got 11 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. 71% have voted for the Orioles out of the 21 votes. 19% for the Mets. 5% hoping for a good game. And 5% ready for the NFL to start. Yep, see you tonight. I'll be hanging out in the chat tonight. First pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. For anybody in the chat, tell me who the Orioles manager was the last time they made the playoffs. And that one's ripped into right center field. It'll be a leadoff single. He'll round first, but put the brakes on and go back. He's now 2 for 13 on the season. Back to the top of the lineup with McNeil. I remember a couple years where Ortega played with the Cubs. Permanently temporary, correct. It was Buck Showalter. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1 to McNeil. And that was the last time I went to Camden Yards when Buck was the manager. It was the first year he was manager. And it was the last weekend series against Detroit. We went down, spent the weekend in Inner Harbor, Maryland. Outside, 1-1. Hey, Kelly is here. Kelly, great to see you again. Saying go Mets, absolutely. Go Mets. We're scoreless here in the third. But Ortega with the leadoff single. McNeil's got a 1-1 count. Pickoff throw over to first. Ortega back in easily. Fouled off. Let's go at a play 1-2. Strikes out a ball in the dirt. The ball gets away because there was a runner on first. He technically cannot run down to first. But Ortega goes down to second on the pass ball. Or they might call it a wild pitch. Temporary says, first off, I can't get over that name. That might be the best name I've seen in the chat. O's have Houston at home after this and Houston away in September. Prediction on how those 6 games go record-wise. 3-3. 3 in Baltimore, 3 in Houston. First pitch to Lindor's down low, 1-0. I am going to say, just because I am rooting for them, I'm going to say the O's win 4 out of the 6 games. Two in each, 2 at home, and then 2 in Houston. Maybe. No, I'm going to stick with 2-2. 2 at home and 2 on the road. There's a strike, 1-1 the count. Up high, 2-1. Yeah, you'll take that, right? So just a reminder, while you're here, make sure you smash that that thumbs up. Yeah, English. The 2-1 is outside, 3-1. Smash that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. It does push our content out to more people as well. Still growing here, trying to grind, trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. Lindor calls timeout with the count 3-1. With the runner on second now, no matter what Lindor does, Alonso should get it in that bat. Had that 4-4-3 inning double play in the first. The 3-1 is up high, ball 4. So it'll be runners on first and second now. Radish starting to throw a lot of pitches here, up to 41 pitches total. Seven laps to go in the Indy race. If you guys are in the Indy racing, on the streets of Nashville, we were just down there a couple weeks ago from vacation, and they were starting to set up. The first one's grounded to short. Henderson flips the second for 1 on the first. A 6-4-3 double play this time. So Alonso has accounted for 4 of the 9 outs so far today. We go bottom third, still no score. It'll be 8-9-1 for the O's. McKenna, Mateo, and Rutschman. Ooh, big pile up here. Kelly, yes, Lindor is playing. Had a great defensive play and just walked there in the second. Permanently temporary. Says kind of bitter. Verlander seemingly didn't want to come to Baltimore and really wanted to prove ourselves against the Astros now. Apologies for being chatty. Never apologize for being chatty. Insomnia and no Wi-Fi, not a great combo. Never apologize. I'd rather answer your guys' comments and questions than anything else. Here we go. Once again, bottom of the third inning. Ryan McKenna will lead off. If you're a baseball fan and like to go to different ballparks, make sure you get down to Camden Yards. Fakes the bunt and the ball's low. 1-0. McKenna batting 245 on the year with 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in, 1 for 7 in this series. There's a nope, missed the inside corner, 2-0. The 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. Nope, our streams are for all fans are welcome. We got all kinds of fans here: Yankee fans, Reds fans. Swan a miss 2-2. Astros fans come in here a lot. So the count's now 2-2. The 2-2. Quintana deals inside 3-2. Revise will run out to the mound and have a meeting with Quintana. And that ball's hit out to right field. DJ Stewart's there before the track. He'll make the catch. 1 away. Mateo takes the ball down low, just misses. The 1-0 is fouled off. 1-1 to count. The 1-1. And that ball's tapped to Lindor at short. He scoops it up, throws over to first, 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup with Rushman, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Outside, 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1. That ball's fouled off, counts 2-2. Permanently since I was 6 the last time the O's won the pennant World Series. Too young to appreciate they have some good teams. Several Hall of Famers mid 90s, but no team has made me feel this excited like this one. Inside, 3-2. The 3-2 is down low, ball 4. So a 2-out walk here. That'll bring up Mountcastle, who struck out his first time up. First pitch is fouled off, 0-1. The 0-1. Up high, 1-1. The 1-1. And that one's hitting the right field past the diving Alonso. Rushman will go around second, and he'll make his way to third. That's right. I would bet in 69 Mets fans felt similar. We all know who they beat. Yep. Mets beat the O's that year. I don't know how many games. I wasn't born yet. There's Santander. He's 0 for 1. Struck out to end the first inning. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Red scored again. It's now a 4-2 game there with the Nationals leading. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0. So after getting the first 2 outs here, Quintana is struggling a little bit. The 2-0 is on the outside corner, 2-1. The 2-1 up high, 3-1. The 3-1. Another mound visit here. Narvaez comes out. Okay, Quintana back to the mound. Up to 51 pitches here in the third. Higher than where you want your starter to be. Now the batter calls timeout. That shouldn't be allowed. He just had a timeout. The 3-1. Oh, just missed the outside corner. Ball 4, that'll load the bases here. So with 2 outs, 3 straight runners reach. Couple walks and a single. That'll bring up Henderson. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Henderson flew out to right field his first time up. So the Mets threatened in the top of the third. Now the O's threatening here in the bottom of the third. Henderson batting 195 against lefties on the season. The first pitch, and that ball's hit in the air. Lindor calling everybody off. McNeil will come in and make the catch. We go to the fourth. Still no score. For the Mets, it'll be Stewart, Narvaez, and Vientos. We got 13 likes on the video. Thank you all so much. 17 Helton is here. Permanently temporary, says Gunner. 17 Helton says, I was 13 in 1983 when the O's won their third World Series with slugger Rick Dempsey leading the Birds on offense. Probably the worst of the O's teams from 69 to 83. And they held their 3-1 lead. Let's see here. 86. I was 13 years old in 1986 when the Mets won the World Series. Been waiting for another championship ever since. I took first 5 Baltimore minus half a run. Ooh, man. So you were waiting for that run. So you're happy with the Mets double plays so far. And you're frustrated there with the bases loaded and not getting a run home there for the O's. But awful Uckies. I do have to say there are some great names. 69 was probably O's best team, and they got blindsided by those pesky Mets. We go to the fourth, no score. Once again, it'll be Stewart, Narvaez, and Vientos. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1. Down low, 1-1 to count. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Stewart struck out to lead off the second. Ball's outside, 2-2. The 86 team was special, one, but very lucky in game 6. Yeah, the ball gets through Buckner's legs, and they end up winning that game. But even if Buckner makes that play, you guys do know the game was tied, right? It was going. They were going to continue playing. So not to say the Mets would have won then, but so Buckner took a lot of heat for that because they did lose that game, and then eventually, but then game 7, Boston had a lead in game 7 as well, and the Mets came back and won that game as well. Oh, nope. My computer froze there for a second. I missed that pitch. Stewart walks for a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Narvaez, who's 1-for-1 with a single. First pitch is down low, 1-0. Swung on a miss, 1-1. There's a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Just to add some balance, I know this season has been frustrating. I get it. Look who I root for. But I think your organization did well to reset a trade deadline, unlike the Angels. Agreed. I honestly can't believe that the Angels think they have a shot at signing Ohtani. Narvaez hits one out to right field. Santander will come over and make the catch. 1 away. That'll bring up Mark Vientos, who's 0-for-1 with a strikeout. 83 O's had great pitching. Mike Boddicker, Scotty McGregor, Dennis Martinez. First pitch strike to Vientos. Outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Oh, I'm glad the pitcher still threw the pitch, because when they stop, they can hurt themselves. He still threw it, but the player was the batter called timeout, and some dude named Jim Palmer. I know Palmer's part of the broadcast team there in Baltimore. When I don't do Met games and do O's games against other teams, I do listen to their broadcast. And that ball grounded down to second. Westberg flips to second for one. Not the relay throws not in time. So that's a 4-6. That's a 4-6 put out at second. That'll bring up Beatty with a runner still on first and 2 outs. No idea. Don't pay attention to those two clowns. Well, I know a little bit more about Logan Paul just because I am a WWE fan, but that match last night against Ricochet at SummerSlam was not all that impressive. There's Thomas. Thomas is part of our NFL coverage here at Pure Adrenaline Sports, but has his own channel as well. And that ball by Beatty is fouled away, 0-1. He says, "Sub chat, Red Sox currently losing 4-0, top of the fourth." He's doing the Red Sox Blue Jays game. Thomas is a big Red Sox fan and big Patriots fan. That looked like a strike right down the middle, but called the ball 1-1. Can Jake fight Logan? That's the only card I'd watch. Did Roman Reigns win last night? Of course he did. Of course he did. The 2-1 to Beatty. Henderson will tag the bag himself at second. That'll retire the side. We go bottom 4, still no score. And the first thing Triple H did, not to get on the WWE spree here, but Triple E adds another belt to Monday Night Raw, and now honestly, Roman Reigns is irrelevant to me. The storyline with Seth Rollins is so much better than anything they're doing with Roman Reigns. Palmer was at the end of his Hall of Fame career in '83 and did not do much on the mound, but his leadership helped Boddicker and Storm Davis, I'm sure. Roman is close to Hogan's record for most. I don't think Hogan has the record either. Let's see. Let me look it up real quick. Longest WWE champion. This from April 2023. So let's see here. Where's Roman? Where is Roman? Roman's up to 1,000. What is Roman at? Anybody know? I know it's over 1,000. Well, Hulk Hogan's third on the list at 1,474 days. Bob Backlund is second at 2,135 days, and Bruno Sammartino is first at 2,803 days. So we go to the bottom of the fourth here. It'll be Westberg, Urias, and McCann. This game is still scoreless here. Blue Jays now lead the Red Sox 6-0. Thomas probably going crazy over there in his stream. First pitch is outside, 1-0. The Phillies have a 5-4 lead now over the Royals. Fouled off 1-1. What about jumping Jeff Farmer? I don't know who that is. And that ball's Mendick at second over the first, one away. I'll bring up Urias, who's 1-for-1 with a single. If you love hilarious wrestling promos, I recommend looking up Jumping Jeff. And that ball's hit out to center field. Oh, it's a sliding backhanded catch. Great play. 2 outs. Misjudged it. Had to make a sliding catch, and he caught it. It's a great job by Ortega. He's been very impressive here in his week with the club so far. We'll bring up McCann. He struck out his first time up to end the second. Ball's down low, 1-0. The 1-0 is fouled straight back, 1-1. The 1-1. Up high, 2-1. The 2-1 on the outside corner, 2-2. Tapped foul. 2-2 to count. He swung on a miss. He struck him out. We go to the fifth, still scoreless. We got 14 likes on the video so far. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. We got 30 votes in the poll. We got 63% saying Orioles, 30% Mets, 3% hoping for a good game, and 3% of these are ready for the NFL season to start. We got three people watching over on the Rumble side. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out over there. We do have a final from earlier. The White Sox beat the Guardians 5-3. We got 4 thumbs up over on the Rumble side as well. No viewers over on the kick side. Kick seems like you have to do follow for follow to get any traction over there. But besides our game here, we got the Astros and Yankees at 5-1. That game going in the bottom of the fourth inning. Yankees have a runner on first with nobody out. Phillies lead the Royals 5-4. That game going to the bottom of the fourth. Going to the bottom of the fourth in Boston, the Blue Jays with a 6-0 lead. The Rays in the top of the fourth lead the Tigers 5-1. Nationals with a 4-3 lead over the Reds. That game in the fourth as well. Diamondbacks and Twins are in a rain delay. That game has not started yet. Pirates with a 1-0 lead over the Brewers in the third inning. Rockies and Cardinals are scoreless in the bottom of the second. Braves and Cubs, no score, bottom two. Marlins, Rangers, bottom first, no score. Mariners, Angels at 4 o'clock. Giants, A's at 4 o'clock. And then Dodgers, Padres, just a 7 o'clock game. The White Sox once again beat the Guardians 5-3. For the Mets, it's Mendick, Ortega, and McNeil, 8-9-1. There's a strike going too. The 1-2 swung on a miss at a ball in third. McCann scoops it up, fires down to first base, one away. That'll bring up Ortega, who's 1-for-1 with a single. First pitch to Ortega's outside, 1-0. To 1-0. Outside, 2-0. The 2-0 to Ortega. There's a strike, 2-1. Down low, 3-1. Here's the 3-1, and that one's lifted out to left field, and it'll go out of play. So it's a full count, 3-2. The 3-2. Oh, fair ball. That's a great play by Mountcastle at first. Bradish will cover, 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup with McNeil, who's 0-for-1 today. Was hit by a pitch in the first and struck out in the third. Foul. That ball would have been gone. Hook's foul. 0-1 the count. Long strike. Strike on the inside corner. 0-2. There was 1 second left on the clock when McCann called time. Bounced in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Still looking for our first run of the game. No score here in the top of the fifth. The 1-2 is bounced in there. 2-2. Braddock's getting ready to throw his 75th pitch of the game. That would average 15 pitches per inning so far. That's right, exactly where you want your starter to be. He should be able to give at least 6. And it slapped foul down the third baseline. 2-2 still. Outside 3-2. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk from McNeil. That'll bring up Lindor, who's 0-1 with a walk. Outside, 1-0 to Lindor. The 1-0. Bradish steps off. Bradish steps off the mound. Looks at McNeil over at first. That counts as a disengagement. McNeil was dancing off first. Fouled off. 1-1 the count. Permanently says, is that 4 walks already? Yikes. Can't keep getting away with that. Let's see. That's at least 3. 4. Yeah, that's 4 walks. And he hit a batter. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 walks and he hit a batter. Yep. McNeil still dancing off first. The ball's down low. 2-1. Radish up to 80 pitches now. That's starting to make him work that count. Pickoff throw over to first. No, McNeil back in. That's his second disengagement. So if he throws over there again, he's either got to pick him off or it's a balk. Here's the 2-1, and that ball is chopped in between first and second. It'll go into right field. McNeil will turn second, go to third, and it's cut off. So the Mets here with 2 outs have some runners on, just like Baltimore did a couple innings ago. And here comes Alonso once again with runners on. The only thing that's guaranteed this time is that Alonso will not get out into an inning double play like he's done his first 2 at-bats. Permanently says yank him. I don't know. He's not in. He's only at 81 pitches here. Meeting on the mound. Bullpen up. The Mets broadcast has not said anything about the O's bullpen. But here's Alonso. He steps in. Ball bounced in the dirt. 1-0. The 1-0 Alonso is in for a strike. 1-1. But permanently, I'll as soon as they mention something, I'll let you know if anybody's warming up in the O's pen. The 1-1 up high, 2-1. The 2-1 to Alonso. Swung on a miss. Nice curveball there. Might have been a slider. 2-2 to count. The 2-2 to Alonso. Bradish steals a pickoff throw over to first. Lindor back in easily. Hey, press Mr. Matt Water. What's up, buddy? Great to see you. We're scoreless here in the 5th with Alonso up with runners on the corners. That ball's up high. Lindor steals second base. So now it's a 3-2 count to Alonso with runners on second and third. My guess would be that the Orioles would just walk them now, honestly. With DJ Stewart on deck, why not? A base hit by Alonso makes it a 2-0 game. So, not sure I like that stolen base there for the Mets. But here we go. It's a full count to Alonso. And down and in, ball 4. So that'll load the bases here. And we're getting a pitching change. There it is, permanently temporary, called it. Rosa and Mr. Met bringing a lefty. They are bringing in a lefty. Let me see who it is. Cianel Perez. Is that how you pronounce the young man's name? So Bradish leaves here in the 5th inning with no there's no score in the game. But is responsible for all 3 runners on base. 17 Helton says yes. Thank you so much. Yep, permanently says yep as well. So the wild card standings in the American League right now, the 3 teams would be the Rays, Astros, and Blue Jays. With the Mariners 2.5 back, the Yankees 3.5 back, the Red Sox 4 back, and the Angels 6 back. The Guardians 7.5 back. Figured Cologne would come in a later situation. In the National League, the 3 wildcard teams right now would be the Giants, the Phillies, and the Reds. The Marlins are a half game out. Cubs a game out. Diamondbacks a game and a half out. Padres are 3 out. And the teams that technically aren't out of it, but pretty much are the Mets, Pirates, Cardinals, Nationals, and Rockies. The Mets out of that group are 7.5 back, but are on a 5-game losing streak. The Mets could counter. I'm not sure if they will, though. Right, Water? Exactly. This Braves fans are making fun of the Mets for calling them a poverty franchise. Let's see your poverty playoff run. Exactly. Thomas says, I think they've jinxed the Red Sox today. Thomas, I saw it was 6-0. What's the score now? Let me go over and look at Thomas's channel. DJ Stewart is staying in. First pitch is inside, 1-0. So surprised the Mets aren't bringing in a pinch hitter here. Here's the 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Gonna jinx myself here, but Hyde has been so good at knowing who to bring out the pen. And that ball's hit the second base. Over to first, that'll retire the side. Oh, that's a 4-3 put out to end the inning. No score heading to the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, poverty franchise for spending $300 million. Now, it didn't work out, but instead of spending more money and going for it, when you know it's not working out, they traded away some of the high-priced guys. Now, they're still paying a lot of the salary. And they revamped their minor league system. When the smoke settles from this, the Mets are going to have one of the best minor league systems in all of baseball. And still have an owner that's going to go out and spend money in the offseason. Now, I don't think he's going to do what he did this offseason and get get guys that high priced. Even in his press conference in Kansas City, he even said, "Listen, if you're just coming here for a paycheck, don't bother coming here." Permanently says, "And that's it." The Mets should be stacked if everything goes right. Agreed. Blue Jays now lead 7-1 over the Red Sox. Thomas doing that game. He just stopped by our chat. All right, here we go. Bottom of the fifth. Vientos is there. One away. This team won 101 games last year, right? Correct. They did. Hey, Carlos from Uneducated Sports Talk stopping by. What's up, Pure Adrenaline Sports? Smash that like button, everyone, and subscribe to the big homie. Thank you so much, Carlos. Guys, check out Carlos's channel over at Uneducated Sports Talk. Does baseball content, a lot of NBA content as well. Mixes in hockey. I assume he does football as well. But Carlos, thank you so much for the kind words and for stopping by. Whoa, timeout, timeout call. And that ball's hit right back in the center field, and Ortega won't get it, and it goes all the way to the wall. They're going to wave him around. Nope, nope. They're going to put on the brakes. I'm going to call that a triple. I do keep box score when I do the game, but I'm going to call it a triple. I don't know if they're going to call that an error. So it'll be a runner on third and one out. First pitch is up high, 1-0. Yes, a triple, and my Wi-Fi is finally back after 11 hours. Well, permanently temporary. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you hang out the rest of the stream. If not, enjoy the game. Oh, Vientos bobbles it. He'll get the out at first, but the run will score. He was going to come home, but dropped the ball. That makes it 1-0 O's here in the bottom of the fifth. 17 Helton say, "Here comes the birds." Thanks for helping me through these difficult times. You are welcome. I hope to see you again in another live stream. Thank you so much. So first pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Now there's two outs. A runner home. I'm hanging. Just going to be able to see now. Cheers. Thank you. There's a ball. 1-1 to count. Swung on a miss, 1-2. Up high, 2-2. Oh, the Yankees have made it a 5-4 game now. Oh, just missed 3-2 to full count. Got him. Strike three. That'll retire the side, but the O's take the lead. 1-0 as we head to the sixth. It'll be Omar Narvaez, Mark Vientos, and Brett Beatty for the Mets. I run a stream myself, not to advertise, but I doubt we're competitors. I do a reaction show to home shopping networks, and yes, it's absurd as it sounds. Thanks again for providing game commentary. Winner, winner, TV man dinner. We're all competitors. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome in, everybody, once again. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We have 17 likes on the video. Thank you so much. 36 votes in the poll, 67% saying Orioles, 28% Mets. The Yankees and Astros are now tied up at 5 going to the 5th inning. Yikes. Let's look. The only final from earlier today was the White Sox beat the Guardians 5-3. The Rangers lead the Marlins 1-0. That came in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Braves lead the Cubs 2-1 in the bottom of the 3rd, but the Cubs have runners on the corners and 2 out. I love the Mets as well, but O's playing good. I subbed. Awful. Thank you so much. It did change over to. Let's see here. It should that my sub goal should change over in a second here. All this pain will be worth it in the end. We hope so. There we go. That ball's hit out the right center. Santander comes over and makes the catch. 1 away. That'll bring up Vientos with 1 out. First pitch is the ball, 1-0. So 1-0. Strike 1-1. Mr. Met, the press Mr. Met says grounded down the short. Henderson scoops it over to Mountcastle, 2 away. Press Mr. Met says, "Who do you? What do you think the chances of Buck managing the team in 2024?" Um, it depends on who they hire as a team president. If they get who I think they're going to get, Buck will not be the manager. Tim Anderson ever heard of Jose Batista? He now knows Jose Ramirez, if he can remember. If he can remember, he got punched square on the right on the jaw, and he was out. It's been a while since we've had that good of a baseball fight. That Bautista fight might have been the last one that was that good, right? That was Bautista and Odor, right? At second base. I think it was a playoff game too, wasn't it? Outside, 2-2 to count. Outside, 3-2. Oh, it wasn't a playoff game. Okay, I thought I don't know why I thought it was, but that ball in the dirt. So a 2-out walk here for the Mets. That'll bring up Danny Mendick, who's 0 for 2 on the night. On the day. It's not even nighttime. Big Ten Saturday night. NBC already promoting West Virginia and Penn State on September 2nd. We'll be mixing in some college football this year as well. If you guys are new to the channel, this is the NFL season will be our third season, but this is the first year we've done baseball on a consistent basis like this. I'm gonna start mixing in some NBA. Gonna start mixing in some hockey as well, some college basketball, some college football. So, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It's free to subscribe. It's been 2 years since the Mets traded for Baez. Ball up, 1-0. Yeah, so Odor, and it smelled great. Old man Nolan Ryan put Robin Ventura in a headlock. Oh, that was the best. Nolan Ryan was my favorite player growing up. And that ball's hit back up the middle. Henderson scoops it up, flips a second to get the fourth play. That's a 6-4 put out to end the inning. We go bottom six, still 1-0 O's. Uh, Brian back says the Yanks tied it up. Yeah, I have Rising Rhino stream on right now. I have the volume down low, so I can't hear them. Uh, but it's 5-5 here in the top of the fifth, where we're going to the bottom of the sixth with a 1-0 game. 17 Helton says pretty good pitching matchup going on here. Yeah. Yep. Well, let me get back over to the stream here, or the broadcast, I should say. It'll be Santander, Henderson, and Westberg for the O's. The Mets schedule this week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday against the Cubs. I will be doing all three games. So hope to see some of you guys, even though you're not Mets fans, hope to see you guys come by and just talk some baseball with us. Doing all three of those. We'll be taking Thursday off since there's no Met game. And then coming back Friday night with it is a football game, but I forget who it is. Packers and somebody. Let me see who it is. Packers and Bengals Friday night preseason game. And then next Sunday, no stream on Saturday, and next Sunday, Chiefs Saints preseason game at 1:00. And then back to baseball on Monday. So for those of you that have been with us, the last few streams, we've had some issues where my computer crashes about an hour into the stream. It looks like I got that figured out because that did not happen today. And that ball's hit out to center field. Ortega will settle under it and make the catch and run away. First pitch is in for a strike. The 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Pitch is fouled off. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swung on a miss at a ball in the dirt. They'll tag him out. That's 2 away. 6 strikeouts for Quintana. Two walks for those 6 strikeouts. Cole Irvin is up, getting warmed up in the O's pen. That'll bring up Westberg. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and that ball's hit past the diving Lindor in the left field. It'll be a 2-out single. McNeil comes running in. Just off of Lindor's glove in the left field. Fouled off, 0-1 the count. Urias is the batter. He's 1 for 2 today. A single in the second, flew out in the fourth. The 0-1 outside 1-1. I can't believe it has to come to this, but go Yankees. That ball's flipped out to center. Ortega coming in, and he'll make the catch. We go to the seventh, still 1-0 Baltimore. You shouldn't be saying go Yankees until you at least have the division wrapped up. Don't worry about Houston until the playoffs. Hey, Bernard stopping by. Bernard, great to see you. Hello, everyone, and let's go Mets. I just want Houston to lose more. Maybe it's illogical, but I got to run with it now. As an O's fan, you should want the Yankees to lose more. But you can root for whoever you want. The Cubs and Braves are tied at 2. That game in the fourth inning. Rockies with a 1-0 lead over the Cardinals. That game in the bottom of the fifth. Rangers now have a 3-0 lead over the Marlins. That game going to the fourth. Pirates have a 2-0 lead over the Brewers. That game in the bottom of the fifth. Rain delay still between the Diamondbacks and Twins. Nationals with a 5-3 lead over the Reds. Rays have a 6-3 lead over the Tigers. Blue Jays now with an 11-1 lead over the Red Sox. Phillies with a 7-4 lead over the Royals. And going to the bottom of the fifth in the Bronx, it's 5-5 Astros Yankees. Yankees can't get out of their own way. Maybe if they fire their general manager and their manager in the offseason, maybe we could trade them Buck Showalter. But for the Mets here in the top of the seventh, it'll be 9-1-2 in the lineup. Ortega, McNeil, and Lindor. Baltimore still holding on to that 1-0 lead. The first pitch to Ortega is a strike. Tried to bunt at it, but missed it. The Rays just scored again. It's now 7-3 Rays. The 0-1. Swung and a miss, 0-2. Down low, 1-2 the count. Oh, almost hit him. 2-2 the count. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. Cole Irvin is on the mound now. Sorry, I did not report that. Back up to the top of the lineup with McNeil, who's 0-for-1 today with a walk in. He was hit by a pitch. We got 18 likes on the video. Thank you all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate that. How many votes do we have? 38 votes in the poll. 66% O's, 29% Mets. We got 11 watching over on the Rumble side. Thank you all so much for watching over there. Make sure you hit that thumbs up over there as well. We got 4 thumbs up over there. Hit that follow button as well. Oh, and 2 the count. Brian says seeing Frank the Tank getting a police escort at Yankee Stadium a couple weeks ago was all time. And that ball's blooped out to left. And McKenna makes an unbelievable catch in foul territory. Great play on the run. Backhanded grab. 2 away. No offense. I don't. Why do people keep talking about Frank the Tank? Ball low, 2-0. Here's Lindor. He's 1 for 2 in the day. A strikeout, a walk, and a single. Lindor skies one out to right. Santander comes in, and he'll make the catch. He'll retire the side. We go bottom 7. Still 1-0 O's. 17 Helton says Showalter is good with reclamation projects. He has one now, but I don't think he's going to be here. I do not think he's going to be here. Permanently says you guys are going to have a chance in the 8th if Cano comes in. He's been shaky. We'll have the middle of the order. Up to, yeah, but not really. It's just Alonso. After Alonso, it's Stewart and Narvaez. So tell me, Brian, what is the big deal with Frank the Tank? I don't follow him on any of his social medias. I know who he. I know the name. I know who he is, but not my kind of shtick. I didn't say it was a good middle, but hey, it's the middle. That's good permanently. I like that. So for the O's in the bottom of the 7th, it will be McCann, McKenna, and Mateo. I don't follow him, just a Barstool fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. That's all right. I mean, they have a huge following. I could only hope one day to have that kind of following. You know what I'm saying? Just not my deal. M, McCann, McKenna, and Mateo. Look at that. You're probably right about a shakeup in the management in New York. Well, yeah, the president stepped away, So they'll definitely be bringing somebody else in. And if they get who I think they're going to get, he's gonna want to bring in his own GM, his own manager. Buck is no youngster. Like nobody on the coaching staff has been held responsible this year for the bad pitching and the bad hitting. Why not? When McCann hits one past the diving Vientos down the line, he'll make the turn at first. McNeil up with it. He throws in the second, not in time. So a leadoff double here from McCann. Yep, McCann, Karisher, who might be coming in. Pinch run for McCann. Can't add leads to DH. And that's it in the right field. McCann will stop at third. So there'll be runners on the corners here for the O's. I think we're going to get a pitching change here. Hey, Andrew Jack is back. Coming in with for Buck's replacement. We're going to get a pitching change. Permanently says, here comes that big, late, crooked number. Back to 17 Helton's question about care to share who might be coming in. I believe David Stearns is coming. Thomas says, how's the stream? It's all right. It's a 1-0 game. Baltimore has that 1-0 lead. But with runners on the corners here with nobody out, looking to increase that lead here in the 7th inning. But Thomas, how's your stream? Thomas is streaming the Red Sox Blue Jays game right now. I want to see Mateo get that runner from third in like a pro, assuming Hyde doesn't pinch hit for him. Mateo just needs to use his speed. O's are so ambitious these days. Could see a squeeze. Moot point now, but Adley could have moved to catcher. Pinch runner moved to Adley's spot. McCann out, but this is no. You lose the DH if you do that. Once again, here we go. First and third, nobody out. It was hit right to second base at Mendick, and he froze. Like, what are you doing? So throw the ball home. The run scores, and they only get the one out at second. So now there's a runner on first with one out, but it's a 2-0 O's lead now. Xavier, the random guy, is back. Been hanging out with us lately. Thank you so much for coming back, Xavier. Never mind. Hyde is a genius. Oh, Hearn. Oh, that was O'Hearn. I didn't realize they brought in. I was too busy answering questions. What the world happened? Well, it was hit right back to the pitcher, and McCann had to stop at third because he wasn't sure if it was caught, and it went right to the second baseman, and he looks at him. Instead of throwing it home to get the tag out, he waits, and then he can only get the first out at second base. Run down the first. Alonso gets it. He'll tap the bag himself. Cowser goes down to second. Oh, that's a 3 unassisted there. Moves the runner down to second for Mountcastle, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Plenty of time. If he comes home, McCann is out by a mile. There's a strike 0-1. Either way, it's 2-0 O's now. Can't go back and change that. Up to 19 likes on the video. Thank you all so much. Looking for one more there. There's a strike 0-2 the count. The 0-2 swung on a miss. He struck him out. But the O's had another one to take a 2-run lead. We go to the 8th inning. For the Mets, it'll be Alonso, Stewart, and Narvaez. Alonso's 0 for 2 today. Couple double play groundouts. One in the first and one in the third. And then walked in the 5th. Hyde finds a way to get just about every position player into every game. Reason why this club has so much chemistry and no big egos. And what, the second best record in baseball with the lowest payroll or something as well? And the Astros have just taken an 8-5 lead over the Yankees. That came in the top of the sixth inning. It was one out there. Phillies lead 8-4 over the Royals. The Blue Jays lead 12-1 over the Red Sox. That game in the bottom of the seventh. The Rays with the 8-4 lead over the Tigers. Nationals with a 5-3 lead over the Reds. That game in the seventh. Diamondbacks and Twins still in a rain delay. Pirates Brewers. Pirates lead 2-0 there in the seventh. Rockies lead the Cardinals 1-0. That game in the bottom of the sixth. Braves and Cubs are tied at 5. Or tied at 3 in the bottom of the fifth. Excuse me. And going to the bottom of the fifth, the Texas Rangers with a 3-0 lead over the Marlins. All right, once again, Alonso will lead off. Mets trail by 2 now, though. Astros just scored again. It's now 9-5. Fujinami coming in the pitch here for the Orioles. 41 appearances, 7.89 ERA, 57 innings. Has given up 7 home runs. First pitch is fouled away. 0-1 to count to Alonso. Once again, Alonso 0 for 2 today. A couple ground outs and a walk. The 0-1 to Alonso. Swung on a miss, 0-2. The 0-2 to Alonso. Strike 3, got him looking. Nice pitch. Definitely got the inside corner. Yeah, that Fuji pitch. Exactly. That Fuji pitch was filthy. That'll bring up DJ Stewart. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Swung on a miss. Swung on a miss. 0-2. Swung on a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts here. I said you'd have a shot with Cano, not Fuji. It hasn't happened yet, but I think Fuji will wind up with the 8th inning guy in the playoffs. Assuming we get there, of course. Yep. A lot of baseball yet to be played, but you guys are rolling right now. What, they're 20 they're 20-6 over their last 26 games or something? O's have like 4 arms in the bullpen that hit 100 miles an hour on the gun. Narvaez is 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1. There's a strike. Man, that pitch is filthy. 0-2. Going for an immaculate inning here. The 0-2. Oh, and it's popped up. Henderson will make the catch. Only a 9-pitch inning for Fujinami, but 2 strikeouts. We go bottom 8, still 2-0 O's, and it'll be Santander, Henderson, and Westberg. For the Mets in the ninth, depending on pinch hitters, it'll be Vientos, Beatty, and Mendick against Bautista, I believe. We got 18 people watching over on the YouTube side. Thank you all so much. Let's go over and look at our numbers here. We've still got 19 likes on the video. Thank you all so much. Maybe not immaculate, but damn good. Elias got him under the radar. He looks really... Food. I need food. I haven't eaten lunch yet. Almost 4 o'clock already. We got 4 people watching over on the Rumble side. Thank you all so much for hanging out over there as well. Still got to figure out how come you guys never chat over there. Nobody watching over on the kick side. Let me just go over and look. If you put the DH in at a position, that means when you replace somebody else, it's got to be the pitcher spot. Now, you can pinch hit for the pitcher, but if you put the DH that starts the game, so if you would have put Rutschman behind the plate, you would have had to replace somebody else in the lineup, which would have been McCann with the pitcher spot. Yeah, you can't move Adley to another position without sacrificing the DH. Exactly. Now, that doesn't mean the pitcher has to bat. You can pinch hit for him. First pitch is outside. Ottavino in the pitch here for the Mets. Once again, it'll be Santander, Henderson, and Westberg. Swung on a miss, 1-1. The Mets broadcast talking about Eastern PA. Easton's only about 20 minutes from where I am. The 1-1 is inside 2-1. We used up all our bench already. Well, then you want to get a pinch hitter then. So once again, tomorrow night's stream, the Mets Cubs. I'll start at 7 o'clock. Got a new little intro I've been working on. That'll start. I'll start playing that tomorrow. Working on some other things as well. Some affiliate links to get started. I have been approved for them, but I'm setting up some things to put on screen with a discount for you guys. The 2-2 is fouled off. Still 2-2. That might hide one day, but like I said, overall he gets everyone involved, and I think it's good for the team. Hmm. Down low, 3-2 to count. Fouled away, still 3-2. The 3-2. It's fouled off again. Vientos and McNeil give chase, but it goes out of play. That's what I was going to do with it being the seventh inning at home. That second run is more important to me than having to have a pitcher bat in the eighth inning. Not when it's only a 2-run game. That means your bench, you used up your bench, and you don't have any pinch hitters left in a 2-0 game. That's foul, still 3-2. Been a big inning this game. Been a big inning. That's game over. The 3-2. Oh, there's a pitching violation on Ottavino, and it's ball 4. Oh, you can't step. You can't step off to stop the clock with nobody on base. That's why he was called. First pitch to Henderson's outside, 1-0. But we're talking about the Mets here. They're struggling mightily, and the Birds are fire. Yeah, and you never know what can happen in a baseball game. Ball could go under Bill Buckner's glove in the right field. There's a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. And that was hit down to Vientos at third. Lindor for 1 over the first. This 5-6-3 double play. 2 outs, nobody on here for Westburg, who's 1 for 3. This was before the Ahern pitch hit. Is Hayes out? Hayes was I don't know. I don't know if he's just on the bench or if he was scratched. First pitch slider for a strike. Ortega will make the catch. That'll retire the side. We go to the ninth. The O's have that 2-run lead, and Bautista will come in for the save. That wasn't very gunnery. So once again, still at 19 likes. See if we can get that 20th one. Mountain time. What wasn't mountain? What was mountain time? What are you talking about? All right, let's look here. On the main Pure Adrenaline Sports channel, we got 16 people watching already. On the Pure Adrenaline Baseball channel, we have 3 people watching. Thank you all so much for hanging out over there as well. Trying to grow a second channel, one just designated for baseball content. 7 watching over on the Rumble side. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Nobody over on Kick. Felix, gotcha. Sorry, was not familiar with the nickname there. Thank you, Permanent and Brian. Was not familiar with that nickname. There you go. 6'8". Yikes. 6'8". 51.2 innings. He's got a 0.87 ERA in 47 appearances, 40 scoreless outings. He's 29 out of 34 save opportunities, averages 17.6 strikeouts per 9. What else can you call him? That's it. Mountain does it perfect. I'm in mountain time near Albuquerque. Love the mountain. First fastball's high. Want to know. He hit 103 on the guns against the Yankees last weekend. Yikes. Here's the 1-0. Fouled off 1-1. That one was only at 99 miles an hour. But once again, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us today. We had a bit of a closer ball game than the other night. This one only 2-0. The Mets still struggling since the trade deadline. So we'll see if they can get it turned around against the Cubs. Swung on and missed. The count's 1-2. But once our stream ends here, you all will be try using words again. Redirected over to Rising Rhinos channel. Right now, he's covering the Astros and Yankees game. So hopefully you guys will hang out over there. Tell him, once we go over, tell him Pure Adrenaline sent you. Make sure you subscribe to him as well. Hit that thumbs up. Pelton says, just scary. 99-mile-per-hour changeup. Yup, the 1-2. And he tries one in the left. And Kelsar dives and can't get it. Vientos heads for second. So a leadoff double. And the Mets are in business. Cowser made a nice diving attempt at it and just missed it. Short hopped him and didn't it? It did not roll too far behind him. What? Still alive, yup. The first pitch to Beatty looked like a strike, but called a ball. 101 mile an hour. Want to know? Brendan Nimmo has been put on the on deck circle to bat for Danny Mendick. So 1-0. Down low 2-0. The count is now 2-0. The 2-0 from Batista is down low 3-0. Once again, 29 out of 34. He's got he does have 5 blown saves on the year, but it is the bottom of the Mets lineup. So let's see. Here's the 3-0 to Beatty. Vientos, the runner on second. There's a strike right down the middle of the plate. 100 miles an hour. What is going on? Hey, RC, what's up? Great to see you. Halftime the Eastern Liberties game. What's going on? Nothing much. We got the O's with a 2-0 lead here, but the Mets threatening in the top of the ninth. The 3-1. And Beatty hits one out to left. Cowser towards the line. He'll make the catch. 1 away. No, Cowser's out in left field. Oh, the cat had Cowser left still, so they could have been crafty with the bench work. All right, get over it. If you put Rushman in the game, you lose the DH spot. There's Nimmo. There's his first pitch strike, 101 miles an hour. Permanently temporary, says Uno. Count to 0-1 to Nimmo. Daniel Vogelback is on deck. So Buck using his lefties off the bench. Nimmo hits one out to left. Cowser settles under it, and he'll make the catch. 2 away. Mets down to their final out today. Once again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up before we leave. We are at 20. Thank you all so much. We have gained 1 sub during the stream, so thank you for that. Not to mention you DH Adley to keep his bat in, but give him a day off. It's just the last DH guy you would move out. Ball inside, 1-0. You would move out to put a pitcher in place. My Rangers are playing so good. Yes, they are, Xavier. Once again, I'll be sending everybody over to the Rising Rhino stream. He's doing the Angels or the Astros Yankees game. So make sure and there's a strike, 1-1 to count. I've never seen somebody complain more about pitches right down the middle of the plate than Danny Vogelback. The 1-1 up. So he swings and misses at the ball way out of the zone, but complains about the one right down the middle of the plate. Pelton says, "Got it. Thanks for the patience. Easiest looking 100-mile-per-hour I've ever seen." The 1-2 up high, 2-2. The 2-2 swung on a miss. The ball game is over. The Orioles sweep the series. Congratulations, Oats fans. I think my Rangers can go on a 9-game winning streak because they're going to play the Athletics tomorrow, so they should win 3 games. He looks like he couldn't be out of field right. Wow, you guys are rough. Dang it, Danny Burgers. Yep. That is funny. But, man, thank you all so much, especially you Oats fans, for hanging out with us today. Congratulations. The sweep over my Mets. Win number 70. Yep. Yes, it is. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Make sure on the way out you hit that thumbs up. Hope to see you in another future live stream. Like I said, I have it set up where all my viewers will be sent over to Rising Rhino's channel. So tell him you came over from Pure Adrenaline Sports. And once again, I'll be back doing all three games of the Mets Cubs, 7 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So hope to see you again. Thank you again, everybody, and we'll see you next time.